what you see here is a Dayton / leading edge industrial ceiling fan. This is the 60-inch model. See the tag. 4C721A is the model. The A denotes the fact that it is the stamped steel motor instead of the older cast aluminum. In other words, redesigned, possibly a different OEM. I found this fan in an abandoned mental hospital. It was new in its packaging for some odd reason. Walking down a decrepit hallway covered in ceiling debris, I noticed something out the corner of my eye. Something caught my attention, and this was it. This fan, wrapped in its packaging, a little damp, but otherwise still in very good shape considering the circumstances. And it is dated January 12th. I don't know if you see it. January 12th, 1997. Yes. Now, we're going to see how it performs. I will be testing it on a Hunter 2 amp 3-speed wall control. First, you start on low. I'm thinking the hospital bought this fan to replace one that had previously died, or something to that account. Anyway, it ended up never being installed. The building has since been abandoned. It is decaying quite nicely. As you can see on low, it has a rather aesthetic low speed. Just enough to make, or just fast enough to make it seem like it's actually doing something. Okay. The bearings have a bit of noise. They're a little loud considering the circumstances, exposed to the elements for God knows how long. Might need a little bit of breaking in. Anyway, now we're going to bump it up to medium. The medium speed with this control is actually relatively decent, rather normal. One thing I forgot to mention is that the motor is rated for 1.4 amps. The control is good for 2. So it's giving it a pretty decent medium speed. Other controls rated for, say, 1.5 or 1.6 amps will not do this as well. The speeds will be too slow, not much of a difference, and then you bump up to high, and yeah. So. The fan would have normally come with a 12-inch, or with both 12-inch and 24-inch down rods. However, only the 24-inch rod was found. So, now to high. The motor has a loud hum to it. And needless to say, it is kicking some ass. Leading Edge has advertised that this is the most powerful 60-inch fan available on the market. I'm starting to think they're not too far off with that assessment. Anyway, now we're going to turn it off. Even though this fan is new, I'll probably end up replacing the bearings eventually. Not only because they were already noisy right out of the packaging, but because, well, they suck anyway. Well, there are two reasons why these are not particularly reliable. One is they run very hot, which kills the bearings. Two, the bearings themselves are crap. Poor quality. So over time, they will gum up, the fan will seize up, and eventually it will burn out, leaving you with a dead fan. And since these retail for about $300, that's not fun. I'm thinking the longer the fan runs, the quieter the bearings will become. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they just need to be broken in a bit. The blades are steel and very wide, very heavy, which means the fan will have a very long spin down time. The blade irons on top of them, they actually have the Leading Edge logo with an LE imprinted in it. So yes, some of these actually were labeled both as Dayton and Leading Edge. While these newer stamped leading edges are powerful, personally I would love to acquire the older cast aluminum version, which uses a different motor shape, 4 rivet blades, with a single crease running down the center. And there you have it.